that lets you save.
Look here.
True Form Life.
Green look on it.
And that lets you save.
Look here.
True Form Life.
Green look on it.
Just because it's a good opportunity doesn't mean it's a good opportunity for you.
Look on it.
Welcome to Exploring Mind and Body with Drew Tadia. Drew is an expert in nutrition, fitness, lifestyle, and more. And he wants to help you live a healthier, longer, and more active life. Now here's your host, Drew Tadia.
Welcome to another edition of nationally syndicated Exploring Mind and Body. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for tuning in and being a part of our True Form Life community wherever you may be listening. This show is a bunch of little snippets. So if you guys aren't quite familiar with us on social media, that's what we do. We're all over social media. We're a parent. We do lives, we do reels, we do stories, we do posts. We've been doing that for years. That's kind of how we have grown our business, fortunately. And reels is kind of the thing right now. Everyone's doing reels, so we got to do reels too. So obviously how social media works, they push the algorithms to do the kind of things that they want you to do for whatever reason. I think honestly, TikTok's blowing up. So everyone's kind of copying TikTok at the moment. We are on TikTok. That's just at Drew Tadia. You can find us at facebook.com/trueformlife and Instagram at Drew Tadia. We're all over. So for now, what we've done is we've put together 30 to 60 second clips. We grabbed them from social media and we threw them together in a show. I think they're pretty good clips. You may disagree, but I thought, why not throw those together in a show, podcast, audio format only, so you guys could listen. So you're going to hear a bunch of different clips and there'll be splitters in between, so you'll know that there's different topics. But my take on random topics that are going on, not just health and wellness, but around the world as well, because some things just don't make sense. At any rate, sit back and enjoy. We got all that coming up.
This is Exploring Mind and Body. Naturally improve your lifestyle one show at a time with your host, Drew Tadia.
Breakfast is by far the most challenging aspect of nutrition, and getting people to start adding or implementing breakfast to their daily regimen. Now we hear all the reasons and excuses or different plans. Like you could be keto and not really having breakfast, or probably more intermittent fasting, not having breakfast, which is fine. That's just not what we teach, and that's not what we've seen the most results. We've seen the most results to improve digestion, to increase energy, to start burning body fat, to implementing more nutrition. Most people are nutrient or calorie deprived. That's what we see, and that's what's holding you back from your results. So if you were to start one thing or put one thing into action to change your situation with what you're not happy with when it comes to nutrition and fitness, it's gotta be breakfast. Start today. I used to think this Cashy Go Lean was a better brand, but if you check out some of the ingredients we're looking at, that's French, which I don't speak. We're looking at canola oil, we have dried cane syrup, brown rice syrup, soy flakes, all ingredients I would recommend staying away from. Instead, you could look at something like muesli or homemade granola would be my first suggestion. But this muesli in particular, I've never even heard of these Jordan's Organic Morning, but muesli in particular usually is a better product. You still have to read the ingredients. If you don't have the time, in most cases as busy moms or busy individuals, it's difficult to always do homemade stuff, so choose something like this instead. What if you never had to diet again and you could still see results? What if you didn't have to spend hours in the gym and we could show you the way to feeling fantastic, burning body fat, dropping inches, and gaining confidence? I feel like there's a common misconception, especially in food in particular, but workouts, it's all a jumbled mess of misinformation or too much information, and we don't know how to pick through and find the good stuff. when it comes to dieting in particular, that's a different mindset when it comes to lack. We can actually teach you how you can eat more food and enjoy the savory things that you love and still see results. We can also show you how you don't have to spend hours in the gym and continue to drop those inches and burn body fat. So if you're interested in any of that at all, we'd love to help you out. Let us know in the comments. Success and failure live so close together. They may as well be roommates. Success and failure need one. You can't have one without the other. They work hand in hand. I like to study successful entrepreneurs. I feel like there's a proven path to success that is repeatable. So many entrepreneurs, you'll find them copying or finding other areas of success, molding it and making their own to find their very own success in their niche or wherever they are in their space. But here's the thing is that as long as you keep working and keep trying, like many entrepreneurs were giant failures until that tipping point. They're failures for most of their life. And I feel like if we could hang on, put in the work, put in the time, grind it out, you'll find that tipping point, and then everyone will think, like overnight, you're an overnight success. You take care of your teeth, you pay attention to what you're putting in your mouth, and you oil pull and you floss and you brush properly. There's a proper way to floss, there's a proper way to brush. But I don't use any of their convention, I don't use their Crest, I don't use their Listerine, I don't use their fluoride. Their fluoride, like the stuff that they recommend. Like, oh, you have to take this stuff to have proper teeth. And I'm like, no, you don't, because I don't, and I don't have any problems. So I feel like that's worth sharing, because if you go to like a conventional like medical doctor, they're going to prescribe medication. That's their job. That's what they do. I don't have any problems with that. But I think we have to understand, if you go that route, if the only option you feel you have is a medical doctor, then you're going to get medication. When in many cases there's other options. Because that's all they know. You go to a conventional dentist and they're going to recommend fluoride because that's what they know. That's what they were taught. So if you want a different school of thought, you want a different option, and you believe the research and the scientific facts that we do around fluoride and how that's detrimental to your oral health and overall health, then you got to go somewhere else. Or if they recommend, you say no, thank you. So I had this question come in, and it said, why do you guys put out so much content? And I thought, you know what, that's a great question. Why do we put out so much content? We put out so much content for two reasons. Number one is that we want to help people. We genuinely want people to change their lives and improve their health for the better. We feel like no one should have to live imprisoned from their health. We can all live healthy, vibrant lives, and we've seen it for years. We've been helping people do it for a long time. And the other aspect, complete transparency, is that we hope, and I honestly believe that our free content is better than most companies' paid content, but that we provide enough value to you that when you're ready, you'll possibly buy some of our products or services, or sign up for a fitness program, or get involved in one of our challenges. And that's it. That's why we provide so much free content. We know not everyone's going to buy. In fact, we know a very small percentage of our audience buys, but we still want to improve your lives regardless. And so I find it very interesting when the first question someone asks is, how much does your program cost? And I think, wouldn't a better question be, how well does your program work? So those are two different, very, very different questions, a very different mindset. If you're looking for the cheapest cost, you get what you pay for, right? So you're looking for the least amount of results. You just want something cheap so you can feel like you're doing something. That's not going to get you the best results. A better question, a better mindset would be, how well does your program work? I love that question, because then you have the mindset based around results and what you can actually achieve by joining that program. The second really good question is, how long have you been running your program for? If someone's been running a program for a couple months or a couple years, that's very different from someone that's running a program for 10 or 15 years. If they've been running it for that long, you know they're probably very good at what they're doing. You're going to find the results you're looking for. I just saw this video clip of McDonald's opening their first no employee restaurant. You don't go in and sit down, it's just basically a drive-through. No, you could actually walk in there. You could walk in there and you could put your order. I don't know, I just saw it, didn't do a bunch of research on it. Seemed a bit eerie to me. What do you think? You think it's innovative? A great idea? are not for it at all.
Trueform Life.
So you can get fair trade bananas at Sobeys. This is an awesome option. Of course, there's a ton of different banana options. These were only like 10 or 15 cents more for ethically sourced. You know, the people are getting paid properly. These are organic, so they're not sprayed. So a lot of different reasons to choose better when it comes to fair trade, especially bananas. I'd highly recommend checking out Sobeys if you haven't, if you're local, but definitely look for that fair trade sticker whenever you can. Just because it's a good opportunity doesn't mean it's a good opportunity for you. So I found this parchment paper that I thought was worth mentioning. So this is the regular white bleached parchment paper. And then I found this non-bleached compostable parchment paper. So remember, whatever you're cooking with goes into your food. So I would suggest unbleached. Bonus is that it's compostable, so it's not so harmful for the environment. This is only, I think, less than $1 more, which is more than worth it, in my opinion. I got 3 simple tips for you to continue to struggle and never see results. The first one is don't hire a mentor, coach, trainer, anyone that can fast track your results or show you how to get there because they've been there before. Number 2 is keep bouncing around from program to program. Keep trying new things, never really stick with anything. Number 3, quit when it gets hard. I got one more bonus one for you. Keep trying free stuff, never really seeing the value in paid, because that works, right? You know why most people don't buy a program? Or most people don't join a program regarding fitness or nutrition? Is because they think they're going to have to eat chicken and rice and broccoli for the rest of their life. And you see the fitness competitors, or you see the bodybuilders, much different than the world we live in. You see them doing that. They're posting their meal, which they eat the same thing every single day. So I just want to make it clear that there's a different way to go about it. There's a different way to see results. You don't have to eat chicken and broccoli and rice for the rest of your life. You can even have cake and ice cream and wine. And what we do is show you how to make small adjustments so it fits into your lifestyle so you can see results without eating the same thing every single day for the rest of your life.
Sugar's a drug. There's no other way to put it. Sugar is addictive. It's highly addictive. It's detrimental to your health, and they put it in everything. So when we remove that sugar, a lot of people go through sugar withdrawal. And it seems like the people that have the most sugar, like the people that have the most sugar in their life, deal with the biggest sugar hangovers, if you will. And that's just how it goes. Like, everyone's at different levels. If you are eating more processed foods, then it's going to take more time to detox out. If you know that you're eating sugar on a regular basis, you may have headaches may come up. And I'm not saying this to scare anyone, just to be 100% honest with you guys. Like, it's the reality of our food industry. The grocery stores, health food stores aren't much different, and pharmacies are worse than both.
Wow, peanut butter. Never heard of this brand, but I would say wow, stay away from it. We're looking at whole toasted soy. We don't recommend soy or any GMO products. Pressed soy oil, cane sugar, modified palm oil. Palm oil is processed so highly it actually causes inflammation in the body. Stay away from wow. You can look at something as simple as PC Organics. One simple ingredient: organic roasted peanuts. The first thing I should probably mention, what most people don't want to hear, is that walking is great, but I feel like people replace the workouts for walking. And in their mind, they're like, well, I'm not going to work out, but I'm going to do lots of walking. And I hear it all the time. And to me, I just feel like it's worth mentioning that that's not going to replace your workout, and it's not going to get you similar results. It's great that you're walking and active. Don't get me wrong, but you need to work out if you want to keep on track and keep seeing results. That's all there is to it. What's great about our workouts is, I wonder if I have some PDFs I can send you, but you know what, you can download any of our workouts if you want, and you can do them, because a lot of our workouts, and I can probably send you some, a lot of our workouts have no equipment at all. so you don't need to have bands or weights or balls.
So when it comes to self-sabotage, when I talk about this, I always get the question, what can you do about self-sabotage? And I think the biggest issue is that we don't dig deep. Like, we don't consider why we don't feel we deserve something. And that's the very root of self-sabotage. You don't believe you deserve something, so you find a way to sabotage that, ruin the situation, remove that out of your life, which is what self-sabotage is all about. So the biggest issue is that people won't sit down in silence, in meditation. They won't write. They won't figure out what is deep-rooted that's causing that sabotage for them to believe deep down that they don't deserve whatever situation is that they think they want.
All right, so you know what's crazy is that doctors actually prescribe this nonsense. I could not imagine feeding this to any child, let alone my own. This has artificial flavors, sucralose, better known as aspartame. It also has red 40 in it, and that isn't even the medicinal ingredients, which has a whole lot of nonsense in it too. I would highly suggest staying away from this rubbish.
All right, so why spirulina tabs? Busy moms in particular, little tiny spirulina tabs, because sometimes you're too busy to make a salad. Sometimes it's too difficult to talk the kids and your spouse into having a green smoothie. Sometimes you're so busy on the road, there just isn't time to make the greens you need. So why not pop some spirulina tabs, over 40 vitamins and minerals, jam-packed with protein, grown in fresh water. These are beautiful blue-green algae tabs. In my opinion, everyone should be consuming, especially those busy parents that simply don't have the time.
Busy moms, check this one out. If you're not sure what to make for pasta night, look no further. This is chickpea. 3 simple ingredients: organic chickpea flour, organic yellow lentil flour, and organic red lentil flour. This is a no-brainer. Yes to clean ingredients for those family members you love so much.
Information is not the issue. Implementation is the issue. Just think about that for a moment, because there's so much information out there. We think we got to do more research on a program. We got to follow more fitness people to learn how to work out. We got to learn more recipes so we can eat healthy. Information, I would say it's the opposite. There's too much information out there and certainly less action. So if you were to flip that and take more action, you would find more results.
I'm often hard on cardio in different ways, more particularly in replacement for a workout, gaining strength, even burning body fat. Push that aside for a moment. There are benefits to cardio without question, and one of them in particular is recovery. So if you're involved in a recovery week, if you had a really tough workout, if you're trying to flush out lactic acid, a nice easy cardio session to break a sweat would be fantastic, especially during a recovery week.
It's extraordinary to be reliable. Just think about that. How often do you have friends, family, clients cancel on a regular basis? They say they're going to show up to an appointment, they don't. Party, meeting, filled with cancellation. So to stand out, be reliable. Be someone that people can count on. If you say you're going to show up, you show up every single time. You'll stand out. You'll be a better parent. You'll be a better father, mother, a better friend. You'll be a better business individual. If people can count on you to show up when you say you're going to show up, that's extraordinary.
Acid reflux and indigestion is a direct link. It's a direct message to what your diet looks like. How you treat acid reflux and indigestion is a direct link to how you live your lifestyle. So if you are using Rolaids or Tums, for example, which is a quick fix, it causes relief instantly, but causes longer term issues with your digestion, that can reflect how in other areas of your life, those quick fixes don't exactly work. So change your diet, change your lifestyle. You can remove acid reflux. You can live without Tums, Rolaids, or indigestion medication by making lifestyle changes as a whole. All right, busy moms, we see this all the time, even in our own household. Bending down with your lower back and straight knees is going to cause lower back pain. If not now, certainly in the future. We got 2 tips for you that are going to help out. First of all, stop doing that. So the first thing you're going to do is get into a squat position. Now the reason why most people don't squat is because they have a little bit of knee pain, but you have knee pain because of lack of mobility. So the more you squat in this position, the more mobility you're going to have. So if you practice this even a little bit while you're picking up toys, that's going to help with your knee pain and offer more mobility, less knee pain. Or you can drop down straight to your knees instead of bending down like Dorothy first showed you, in a seated position right on your knees, and you can pick up toys that way. That's going to save your back for the future and give the opportunity to run around with your kids if you're not already doing that. We all know what aisles we should not be going down. And we all know what aisles we should be going down. Sometimes the simple answers are easy. Just avoid the aisles at the grocery store that cause temptation. The ones that you know you shouldn't be going down. The ones that you know aren't going to provide any value in your life. Choose better. Okay, so when someone comes to me and they say, I don't have any energy, can you help me out? I said, yes, of course I can help you out. We look at 3 categories when it comes to people and lack of energy. The first one is activity level. Are you being active? I would like to say work out. If you work out in the morning, you're going to have more energy throughout the day without question. But that also could be walking the dog, getting outside, getting fresh air, moving your body. If you're sitting in front of a desk all day and not even getting up and down, that's going to keep your energy levels down. Number 2 is nutrition plus supplementation. We have to look at what you're putting in your body. Many people are putting low quality foods in their body that are stripping their energy away from them, which includes supplementation. Many times people, I'm supplementing, I'm taking all the vitamins and pills, and I look at the ingredients and they're horribly toxic, which causes energy to be drained from you. And the last one is environment. If your environment is sucking the life out of you, that's another reason why your energy levels are low. Do you ever consider how you sit? I was just sitting in a really awkward position. I had to sit on the floor because my internet wasn't working in my office, random. And I was sitting on the floor and it was very uncomfortable. And I was sitting there for about 20 minutes and then I got up and I was like, oh, that didn't feel very good. But I wasn't in a comfortable position. I wasn't like upright, and I wasn't like, I have a stand-up desk, so I'm often standing or sitting properly. I'm always trying to pay attention to my posture and always paying attention to where my back is situated. And I think that that's something to consider, because so many people deal with lower back pain. So many people deal with chronic pain. I don't think our legs, we weren't meant to sit all day. Our legs weren't meant to be bent at 90 degrees. We weren't meant to be hunched over. So I really feel like if we consider the position we're in most of the day, we could fix a lot of issues we're dealing with. So I'm often on the phone with coaching clients, sometimes people from our community looking for some help. We all offer a free discovery call for anyone that's looking for a bit more direction, maybe how to set and then achieve goals, coming up with a clear plan. And I'll hear this from a lot of people. They'll say, you know what, I just need the fitness. Or they'll say, I just need the nutrition. So over 10 years as a professional in the fitness world, and often over 20 years of people trying to piece together different avenues or different modalities to find success, shows that you need a complete package. You don't need just fitness. If that was the case, you would just grab free workouts from YouTube. If you just needed nutrition, you would just grab a meal plan randomly from online. What you really need is a supportive group. You need a mentor or a coach to make you a customized program and someone to keep you accountable along the way. Legend has it that the great Inca warriors used maca before battle for energy. Seriously though, that comes up in pretty much every research article when you look into maca and where it originated from. It actually grows up in the high Andes mountains above rock grade, which is pretty cool because almost nothing grows up there. This is great for energy. That's number one. Number two, it's great for hormone regulation in women, and it goes fantastically in a smoothie, sprinkled on granola or oatmeal. There's tons of different ways you can use this beautiful superfood, which is exactly what it is. It's an adaptogen which fills in where you need it most. I highly recommend you checking out maca and adding it to your daily regimen. Did you know that most weight gain happens in the summertime? I know it's crazy. We don't want to think about it. We just want to think about summertime barbecues, camping, late nights, drinks, barbecues. Did I say barbecues twice? Most of us think that weight gain mostly comes in November, December over the holidays, but the fact of the matter is we have 4 solid months, depending on where you live, but 4 solid months of barbecues, late nights, hanging out with friends and family. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. I'm just saying that that's when most weight gain happens. And we always plan to get rid of that in September or through the rest of the year, which never happens. All we do is continue to accumulate weight over the summer, which never burns off, which is why it's a great time to start an exercise program and certainly not to quit one if you're involved in one. So I find it very interesting when the first question someone asks is, how much does your program cost? And I think, wouldn't a better question be, how well does your program work? So those are two different, very, very different questions, a very different mindset. If you're looking for the cheapest cost, you get what you pay for, right? So you're looking for the least amount of results. You just want something cheap so you can feel like you're doing something. That's not going to get you the best results. A better question, a better mindset would be, how well does your program work? I love that question because then you have the mindset based around results and what you can actually achieve by joining that program. The second really good question is, how long have you been running your program for? If someone's been running a program for a couple months or a couple years, that's very different from someone that's running a program for 10 or 15 years. If they've been running it for that long, they're probably very good at what they're doing. You're going to find the results you're looking for. I just finished a course. I'm in the middle of another course. I got to say, I'm a bit disappointed by how much content comes out, especially for what you're paying. One company only puts out content once a week. And I'm thinking, for all that we put out, we do recipes, videos, blog posts, interviews, podcasts. That's all free. That's all on a regular basis. That free stuff is better than most companies' paid stuff. So I was thinking about our FitFam, which is a paid program. We do a meal plan once a week. We do 3 live workouts. We do 1 Tips Tuesday, which is live. We do 1 Mastermind live. We do weekly phone calls. We do text messages. And I'm thinking these other companies are charging 3 times as much as what we do. And I'm thinking we either don't value ourselves, we haven't found the right audience, or we need to increase our prices drastically for what we offer.
All right, that's going to wrap things up for this edition of Exploring Mind and Body. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for listening to the show. I hope you enjoyed this slightly different format. If you did enjoy the show, feel free to shoot us a message. You can find us on any social media platform. Let us know that you enjoyed the show, and we'll do some more. And if you didn't really enjoy it, I don't mind hearing that feedback as well. So go ahead and send us a message and tell us that you'd prefer the regular interview or solo show that without so many breaks. Regardless, we're always trying to bring you information that can help around wellness, health, wellness, nutrition, fitness is what we do. So I'm going to leave you with that. Once again, thank you so much for being here. That's it. That's all I got. I'm out of here. As always, I'm your host, Drew Tadia, in health and fitness for a better world. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to Exploring Mind and Body with Trueform Life's Drew Tadia, fitness expert. To find out more about the show, Drew Tadia, or to listen to past shows, visit exploringmindandbody.com.